All right, I'm going to pick up Justin right now. We're going to go on a little bit of a hike. This is going to be interesting because our microphones that we got, it's not even that they're like super sensitive. It's just that I know I'm going to be so out of breath. It's probably going to be me breathing the whole time, so hopefully that's not going to be too difficult to edit out. But we're going up to Bair Canyon. I thought it'd be cool to get some video of there to give some context to the one of the new scents being Bair Canyon, sort of what inspired it. Yeah, so we're going to go on a bit of a hike, chat up. We always like to brainstorm and stuff too, and chat about stuff, business, life, whatever. Just sort of let the conversation flow as we're hiking. So I thought I would get some of that. I mean, you can have a business meeting via Zoom, or you can have a business meeting in an office room, or you can have a business meeting in the old mountains. I prefer the mountains. So yeah, don't see how this goes. Yeah, you hear about people, and it's sad. I don't mean to laugh about what I'm about to say. You hear about people like going outside. People my age, like I'm 46 now. Justin's 46. He's a couple weeks older than me. Going like shoveling snow and then have a massive heart attack from doing that. And so like as we are getting older, as I'm getting older, I think about that. Like, man, I work out and I try to stay active and be healthy, but man, last thing I want to do is have a heart attack while I'm hiking up a mountain. Anyway, yeah, so this will be fun. We'll see. Oh, it's spelled B-A-I-R. I spelled it B-A-E-R.
Did you really?
Yeah, because I was like, I know it's spelled weird, like different than what you would think.
Well,
Oh well.
it's named after.
Huh?
You know, it's named after.
It's named after, not exactly.
It's named after it, meaning it's not spelled exactly.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Marketing.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be it.
Sure. Are you just recording stuff?
Yeah, this is gonna be like some B-roll right now.
Is it? Can you turn it on?
Oh, nah. No. I mean, well. Yeah. It's okay. Sorry. I can. Sure, there's a way whilst recording that I can flag, like hit like bookmark or something to remember that's something that I want to get to. Probably a way to do that.
It's probably like a...
You like to lead. You hold it for a minute. What's that? Yeah. You don't watch YouTube that much, huh?
Not really. Why?
That's like my primary source of entertainment. That's like literally all I watch. There's this guy, the Outdoor Boys. He was up in Alaska. He used to be an attorney, and now he just makes outdoor videos of him. What? Yeah. But it's cool, like, yeah, it's cool. He doesn't talk a ton. He talks enough. Like some of those outdoor channels, it's literally just like silence, people camping and whatnot. But he makes some cool little forts and stuff. And
Yeah, I've seen them pop up on my Instagram. Well, something I don't do is what people YouTube when I see them on like TikTok.
oh, yeah. I like it, that kind of stuff. I like to put on in the background if I'm making something, beard oil, beard balm, or if I'm out in the shed burning labels and stuff. I like to put that on, or soft sit stuff. That's the best content, man. Sovereign citizen stuff. Oh, there's nothing.
Pulled over and stuff?
What's that?
Like declaring it or?
Oh, dude, so you got sort of two main types of sovereign citizen content. You got when they get pulled over and so it's body cam footage of the cop and them saying dumb crap. And then you have them, it could be the same people on body cam or different people in court. So then there's footage of in court, because most courts since COVID are via Zoom. So there's a lot of good court footage of soft sit idiots. So good. It is so good. Oh, now you're bombarded with. Bro, all right, this is what you need to do. What you need to do is, because I think what you have to do, let's say for example, I had a YouTube channel where I sort of watch that stuff. I think you have to learn how to fill out FOIA requests, Freedom of Information Act requests, for them to release that stuff, and then you can get it and then release it on YouTube. And then you can just have a body cam footage channel of funny stuff. Yeah, whatever you need to. Like most of that stuff is when if they get a license or something and their body cam catches it, they blur out the info on there, but everything else seems to be pretty, anything that's sort of public knowledge, like license plates are open and their names, whenever they name somebody else, so they usually sort of block that out. But I think that's part of the FOIA request. You request it and then they have to block out what they don't want you to see.
It seems like why would you say, hey, cool, I'll come with you to my face?
Because it's public, since it's filmed on the public. But even then, when they film in, because they'll like arrest them and take them into booking, all that is on the body cam and all that's, So there's something about getting pulled over and arrested that is free for the public to view. It also might be state specific, because it seems like there's more states or certain states that are more prolific than others. Like Wisconsin, there's a lot of stuff out of Michigan. California.
I kind of look at it, but yeah, I probably won't want to do that.
But it's also cool because, like, it seems like a lot of body cam footage that sort of goes viral is when a cop does something like dumb, whether it's sketchy or illegal or whatever. And that's just seems like such a select few. Majority of that type of footage, the cops are more than patient, you know? Like they'll pull over a soft sit, and the move for a soft sit is only roll down the window like an inch. And so after they won't identify themselves, because they never do, they give them warning after warning after warning. Way too long, I'm gonna break the window if you don't get out. And I'm like, that's, as much as I'm like, man, bust it sooner. I'm like, at least that's a cop that's trying to be close, because they usually say over and over again, look, I don't want to break your window. Just identify yourself, get out, whatever. So.
I see the videos. People refusing to identify. Like, I'm not giving you my license.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
Give me your badge number.
Yeah. 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 I know. It's so weird how they're like, this will be my trump card, man. Ask your supervisor and it's all done. And the supervisor goes up, yeah, get out of the car. What? Wait, where's your boss? Like the, yeah. Like some of them, the sad part is, I mean, in a way, maybe they all have a mental illness, but some of them clearly like just aren't there all the way. So I kind of feel bad for those. But some, it seems like the majority though of soft sits have a suspended license. That's why they're pulling that crap, because they can't get a license. So they're trying to find loopholes. Yeah, they almost always do, bro.
One thing I noticed is the tags are usually not.
Oh, the tags are all like fake, expired, whatever, private. Can't pull me over, it says for private use. Like, what the hell is that supposed to mean? You want to trade off?
You may be a sovereign citizen, but like, you're in America.
That's another thing, the whole jurisdiction. You have jurisdiction. Dude, jurisdiction has nothing to do with you as a person. You could be from freaking Germany, and if you're driving in America, guess what? We have jurisdiction over you. Weirdo, it's not like I could go to... Yeah, I know, it's not like I could go to Germany and be like, you can't do anything, I'm American. Oh, crap. Yeah, right, because you're... Man, it's just weird, dude. What's up?
You ready to go to Big Brother, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, like, they're arresting people on like, maybe even use the term false claim. So if someone does something they don't like.
Like in Russia? Like in Russia kind of stuff, or no? Really? That's weird. Oh, wow. Huh. We're cutting that one.
What's that?
We're cutting that out.
Oh, I forgot we were recording. It was a joke.
Yeah. Don't worry. Half of this stuff is just going to be
Oh yeah.
video walking.
Well, yeah, we don't want to put any of this in there anyway because it's all political stuff.
Yeah. I'm just going to put in there what you say that's dumb.
Oh, perfect. Perfect.
I want to get your take on something though.
Yeah, what?
Not politics, obviously.
Yeah.
Back to Kühn products.
Yeah.
Looking back, because
Here, I'll take a turn.
like sometimes I feel like, and I just take this from when I had my carpet cleaning business back in Illinois. You like forget to sort of celebrate milestones because you're always just looking like, all right, once we get to here, once we get to here. And so I would like purposely over the last 6 years been like trying to be aware of milestones. Like I remember the first order that we got online that wasn't somebody that I knew or a relative or something, right? Celebrate that. The first time we reached like $1,000 in revenue in a month. Like celebrate that. The first time we got an overseas international order. Celebrate that. First time I got somebody on one of the like beer talk on the subreddit recommending our products. You know, celebrate that. Like little wins along the way that lead you to your ultimate goal, whatever that ultimate goal is. So looking back over the last 6 years of when it was, hey, look at these 4 beard bombs that I hand burnt the Kühn logo into, to what it is now. Like what are some sort of takeaways, or at least like looking back to where how we've come? What are some successes and wins that you recognize and excite you?
I think I would call them maybe not successes or wins, but like you said, milestones. Because to use a really cheesy term, it's kind of this journey.
Yeah.
And things that I remember from the beginning is obviously when you brought me the stuff and I smelled it and I was like, what? Hang on, this actually doesn't suck. Right? And I got excited.
Because remember how, like the video that I was working on last night, I talked about how you used to take mustache wax and like rub it on your face because none of the bombs we found were strong enough to hold.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, I remember certain product didn't quite do the job, so buy the tins of mustache wax, put stuff on, and then do a layer of the hold.
Yeah.
Right. So I think like there's different like where'd you go? There's different points in like the formula and stuff that you created that really kind of, because that's really what has, I think, continued to grow. Because people say, hey, we like you guys are cool dudes, you know, they like our general vibe, but it's really the consistency of the product that when you, I think, I can't remember the exact time, but like when you came and, because there was a couple different like iterations of like, hey, this is kind of grainy, or hey, this is really soft. But that when you came and it looked that kind of opaque white, you dug in, it emulsified like with little effort, but still dried, and like just, here we go, hashtag don't die. That was a big one. Like, and I don't know when that was. Do you?
No, that's the thing. I don't. I wish That's another reason why I like getting this sort of stuff on camera, is using the channel as like a video journal so that it's on and you remember it.
Yeah, I don't really remember, but I know it was somewhere in between our first farmer's market.
You like the very first one, the Layton
one that was at night.
Like 10 people?
Yep.
Yeah.
With the round bottles.
Yeah.
It was somewhere between that first and maybe like a couple months later that like you were like, oh, you know what? I think I figured out that because part of it was, oh, we need to cool it down in a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If it sits out and it does this.
Shea butter and mango butter, especially the unrefined stuff, if it cools incorrectly, it gets grainy.
Yeah. And that was a big deal, right? So when and part of it was that summer too, right?
Yep.
When we started shipping stuff out.
Yep.
And people were like, hey, this came and it's all melted, and when it
solidified,
it was grainy.
Yeah.
So
I was like, what the freak?
Yeah. So figuring that out, the correct timing, the science of that was really, really a big deal. And that kind of put the consistency of the product in place. And then from there, with that base, I think that base knowledge, I think you were able to transfer it into the other products.
Yeah.
So that was a big deal. And then I think just kind of that slow grind of farmers markets.
Yeah.
And connecting.
I feel like that's really what made a big difference in a lot of things, scent wise, quality wise.
Yeah.
Getting that immediate feedback.
Yep. Yeah, which takes time.
Yeah, it does.
It takes time, but like, shoot, there's 5 years of it, right?
I know, man. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
6 almost.
I know. So doing all that, like, if I were a up and coming beard or some kind of product thing, consumable product, that's a great testing ground, is how to get connected with the people of your local community, whether that's a farmer's market or whatever it is.
Yeah, and then, you're exactly right, because I think what you can fall victim to is yes people or people that don't have the heart to tell you that something sucks, so they're just like, oh, this is great,
right?
And you have this sort of false insecurity in that, my product's great. Meanwhile, it's really not. It's just maybe you don't take feedback well, so people don't have the heart to tell you the truth. Or you're not paying attention to people. Well, 5 people didn't like it, but 1 person did, so that's the right person.
Right.
And so the farmers markets allow you, especially like if you can do it so that you're not right there and people, so you can get honest feedback without people feeling like they're hurting your feelings. Like, but I think too many people just want to hear what they want to hear, or they don't put themselves in position to get that feedback.
Well, yeah, you need to get the feedback, but then you need to be able to actually react to the feedback. Yeah. In an appropriate way.
Yeah.
And I think that, as funny as it may seem to say, but I think shout out to Comp Health for that for us.
Yeah, I know, man, that's true.
Because that was a company that was really
feedback-rich environment. Yeah,
feedback-rich environment. They tried to do it right. You know, they tried really hard to do it right, and so I think both of us really got kind of ingrained with that kind of like.
Yeah, and because you recognize right away that when feedback's given to you in a constructive manner, even if it's not exactly what you want to hear, you recognize like, oh, this is just making me better.
Yeah, it's still something.
It's not a personal attack.
Yeah.
Or it shouldn't be.
But
it's just making you better.
But even if it is, when you receive enough of that kind of feedback, you can remove the emotion from
totally.
it and just hear the feedback.
Totally.
Doesn't mean I'm not going to cry about it later. I mean, I would never cry. That would be silly. Check that. I don't know if... That never looks as cool as you think it does.
I know. I know.
Anyway, but I think that's a big, big piece, right?
I agree.
So, really without knowing it, I think you did, and we've had this discussion, but you did a lot of things right at the beginning, which helped set us up.
Well, you know what? Like, I think about that a lot, and I'm convinced it's because I had zero like money to throw at it. Like, it forces you to be creative. It forces you to think differently when, like, I started with $30, I think, bought some stuff on Amazon.
Yeah.
And then people Venmo'd me. All right, now I got like $100 now.
Yeah.
Buy a little bit more.
Yeah.
Hey, now I got $200 in Venmo. Buy a little bit more.
Yeah.
So it forces you to be creative. Like, you can't just make I'm going to make this big decision and make this.
Yeah.
Because you don't have the money to make big mistakes.
Yeah.
You got to make.
Yeah.
You can only afford small mistakes here and there.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially with a wife and young kids.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like it's dangerous to start out with a big chunk of money.
Yeah, and that way I'm glad we didn't get money from...
I totally agree, man. I totally agree. I don't think it wouldn't have gone the same way,
no.
I believe. I mean, who's to say, but...
You know, another big moment for me was when we finished the logo.
Oh, yeah. Remember how quick that came together, too?
Yeah.
It was like 20 minutes.
Whoops.
It's weird how stuff like that happens sometimes.
Yeah, I remember I remember working on it on my laptop during one of our like leadership meetings.
Yeah.
I was like, this is more exciting.
Yep.
But I've received a lot of compliments on it.
Yeah, same. It's like, oh, it's sweet branding, whatever. It's like,
yeah.
Thanks. I wish I could say it took me forever to figure it out, but it just came together.
And we had a lot of several iterations, and I don't know. It kind of comes like again and again. I think that one of the things when you're trying to start something, like whatever that is if you have someone you trust.
Yeah, who keeps it real with you.
Who keeps it real.
Yeah.
And we'll just be like, hey, look, this is what I think, and tell me what you think, but also willing to, not be my way or the highway,
Yeah. I feel like perfect example is that was the Mechty boxes. Like, dude, I was trying to those for like forever, and I was like, I think I have a good idea, but no, they just weren't. Nobody really liked them. Like they just weren't. I remember showing you, you'd be like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Like that's what it was. Just like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay.
And I was like, freak, but you never were like, dude, just give up. This is stupid.
Yeah.
It was just like, yeah, okay, it's not there yet, but
yeah.
Whether you get there or not, who knows? But it's just not there.
Yeah.
And then finally came together. I remember that first one that I made with because what a couple things set it off was the clasp to shut it.
Yeah.
And then the corner pieces.
Yeah.
That was the finishing touch.
Yep.
And so that first one where I brought it to work and you were like, oh yeah.
That's it for sure.
And then Michelle West bought it.
Yeah.
She's on my desk. She's like, what's this? I was like, because I never had anybody ask about that before. She picked it up. She's like, what's this? I was like, oh, that's a balm or box I make for a balm. She was like, are they for sale? I was like, thinking to myself, really? You want to buy it? I was like, yeah. She's like, can I buy it? And I was like, I wanted to hug her.
Yeah.
And she still buys a lot from us now to this day.
Well, I think like the polish that you used about 1,000 different iterations on it, And it's just,
that's what's tough, man.
yeah,
Like that book, Innovator's Dilemma.
yeah.
Do you keep working on something that you believe in and have it work out, or you throw good money after bad because you're just too stubborn to give up?
Well, I think that, so that really is what it comes around to. I lost you. There you are. Is if it's just you, it's really hard.
Yeah.
Like I've sat and thought about this and that and like, oh my gosh, before, like what could I come up with? What could I absolutely come up with? Right? And what I've discovered about myself is that I'm not very good at that. I'm not. Like if I were good at it, I would have come up with something, right? But I think what I figured out I'm good at is helping stuff.
Yeah.
So you have a creator. I think, and I've thought about this a lot, but you have you gotta do your filming magic on this stuff, but I think you have in a good, like, entrepreneurship, you have a creator and like a helper, right? Helper's the wrong word, but if you know what I'm saying. So like, same thing with like Spark stuff.
A right-hand man.
Yeah. So Michael came up with the idea, and then I was like, oh hell yeah, I can sell that. So then we started selling it and getting after it, right? So it's taken 6 years, but with the beard stuff, you know, we've always kind of bounced that off each other.
Exactly.
You always have the cool idea, and while it hurts my feelings that I can't come up with a cool killer idea, like I'm the pusher, right? I'm it's a term.
Driver.
Our hiking term is when you say, hey, when are we done? And I'm like, it's the next summit up there.
Totally.
I swear to you, but it never is. So I think that's a good but I'm not saying you have to have two people. You can have one person that does that, but that just seems like what's worked out. It's hard. Yeah. What are you trying to get?
This is my favorite spot, so I was just getting it on camera.
I wonder how bad the sound is right here.
Actually,
Yeah, we can talk about it. You go
if
front.
everybody's a driver,
Yeah.
then no one's ever satisfied.
Yeah.
But if everybody's just like sort of too laid back, or I'll get to it, then nothing gets done.
Yeah. 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 It's the I call it, and it's a dumb name, but it is what it is. It's the rubber meets the road guy.
Yeah.
Because you got dreamers and creatives, but you gotta have that. You gotta have that in order to have something
Yep.
to push. There's cross, and there's got to be some cross.
But I feel like
Crossing of roles. Do you hear that?
sure did, dude. It's not.
Sounds like a hound.
Yeah, it's got to be.
There's another guy up here with hounds. Did you see his truck?
Oh no. Whoa.
He's probably found some. They probably got some cougar Up in a tree.
Got a tree. Hope we don't see cougar bounding through here. But then again, if it's the right kind of cougar, I wouldn't mind it. You know what? That's the thing. Like, after losing my job because of the, I mean, I realize this is an oversimplified way to put it, but because of the big conglomerate that bought us out.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I feel like. That's like exactly what happens in business. You have those types of people. You have the founders and the creators and the marketers that drives the business, that really gets it growing, and you put all the blood, sweat, and tears into it and really builds it into something sustainable. And then a private equity firm or something comes and buys it, and now you're just driven by board members that have no idea what it took to get there, that have no idea what that means to be a creator, and that they just don't know what it took to get there. And so now they're just profit driven, and boom, before you know it, whatever you created, whatever that culture, whatever that product, customer first, blah, blah, is now thrown out the window. It's just profit motive. Because of that, yin and yang is gone. It's all just yin.
Yeah. I mean, I probably shouldn't say this like in this way, but I don't know another way to say it. But kind of like turning stuff over to a board doesn't seem to be like a real solid way to keep the company with its original intent and value.
Yeah, totally.
Like it's never about, hey, we did great this year.
No.
You know, it's about, hey, cool, we need to get 10% growth this year.
Yeah.
Like, why does it have to be?
Yep.
How come you can't maintain? How come you can't use the year over year, like just the year, and continue to have a profitable company? I'm not saying like, hey, you shouldn't grow, but man, it seems like that's the. It feels greedy.
Here's my pessimistic sort of view on it.
Yeah.
Because those kinds of firms are just looking to get it more profitable, so then they can sell it.
That's true.
Like nobody wants to hold on to anything anymore. It's all right. I bought this thing. How do I maximize the profitability so that I can sell it? And then it just continues to go downhill from there, because then the next person buys it. All right, how can I build it and then sell it again?
Yeah. That's probably the better way to think of it. Not
like, dude, I've been watching a lot of, I forget the name of the YouTube channel, but this gal, she like does deep dives into businesses that have failed, and then some of them that have succeeded despite maybe what the market or something was dictating. I think it was her channel. Anyway, and one of the things that, maybe it wasn't her channel. One of the business channels. They are right there. If they're barking, that means they're on a scent, right? I would think. Great.
Or they're they're following their papa.
One of the ones that I watched was on the Arizona Tea Company. And how it's still just privately held by the founder and like his kids, and they run it. And how he, like and he's had multiple offers obviously from companies to buy it because it's worth billions or whatever.
Yeah.
But like one of the things that he's sort of proudest of is that his Arizona tea, that big can, is 99 cents and it's always going to be 99 cents. Because they're profitable from it.
Yeah.
Like, and how that's sort of his like philosophy, if I remember correctly, is basically like they're profitable. Why raise prices on stuff, or why change things? Like, people like it, blah blah blah, and they're making money. They don't need to. Had he sold it, that can we'd be selling for way more than 99 cents at this point.
Yeah.
Like, man, that's just always happens, man.
Yeah, it does.
They freaking, a company gets built, blah, blah, and then gets bought, and then gets freaking tanked because they find cheaper ways to do stuff.
Yeah.
That's
cheaper, crappier ways to do stuff. Yeah. I mean, if you didn't build it right and price your product right to begin with, then you're in a bad situation. You just
or
don't
like
have
there's
a sustainable product, right?
Or you have something that suddenly, because COVID hit, now you're tanking or whatever, need to bail out or whatever.
But just for pure, for pure profit, which it doesn't go to the people you want it to. It goes to the president.
Yeah, man, it goes to the shareholders. Create shareholder value. The freaking
it doesn't go to the
stupid.
The wage.
Yeah, of course not. Of course
I think it would be cool if when we get to a point that we could do that. There are companies that do that.
What's that? Sell their private equity and cash out and then screw the customers?
Yeah, 100%. No, there are companies that do that, but they do it in a different way. You know about like Winco?
Not a ton.
So they pay a decent wage or whatever, but what they do is give people, because it's a
profit sharing,
company,
right?
They give people profit share.
Yeah, that's
and it's
smart.
not just like the managers and stuff. Like I knew of this is when I was in northern California. I knew of a guy who he'd just been a worker for years and years, like a clerk, and he was retiring with like a couple million, because they gave him equity as part of the compensation plan.
So some companies do it right, huh? Are they? They're not publicly traded, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I can't imagine they would be with that kind of stuff.
I don't think so. But yeah, like the grocery manager that I knew, he was a millionaire, retired millionaire.
Damn.
But I guess, I mean, that's maybe not, I don't know enough to know if that's the only way to do it. But at least that's better than just shoving the profits to.
Yeah, I know, that's
some shareholder.
I know. That's why I wish, I don't know. I mean, I guess that's capitalism. You should have a right to do what you want. But geez Louise, that just...
You gotta get a lot to do that. But anywho, that would be cool. Oh, they're there.
Where?
Right there.
Oh, yeah.
I don't see
They're on something, huh? So they must have just taken off, right?
I'm not sure. There's a third one up there. He's going deep. Now he's like, well, now what? Oh, he's down there too now.
That would be kind of disconcerting to get a mountain lion just bounding through around us, you know?
It'd be kind of cool.
But at least it'd be like, sorry guys, pardon me, I'm gonna hurry. As opposed to, hey.
Yeah, I love how they just go for it. Whew. They're smelling themselves.
All right, I got a question. I don't think I've asked you yet before. Where do you see Kühn products in 5 years?
Well,
hold on, don't answer it. All right, where do you see Kühn breed products in
5 years?
5 years.
Okay. Well, I think I'm just looking at the next year. So it would just be a multiplication of that.
Okay.
So I think in the next year, there's really with what we're doing, with marketing and improving production capacity, because we don't want to change how we do it. We want to just improve capacity, and as long as we can keep that, I see no reason why we can't keep that at the cost that we have it. Then we should be in a year at about $1 million, which is about 3,000 to 5,000 orders per month. Woo! And if we just kept doing that, and if we just kept doing that at 50%, right, or 50 to 70%, then
50 to 70% growth.
Yeah. Then we'd be close to 3.5, anywhere from 3.5 to 5 million in revenue each month. Just with the core Kühn product stuff, right? So I think that at that point we get to have a little bit more fun and look into other product lines that we can identify is something that we can actually help the consumer out. Because that's kind of how I see what it is that we're doing. Because that's how we came about this whole process, was we didn't like any of the stuff.
Yeah.
And so we made
it continually improving the product offering that is available in men's.
We made it for us.
Health and beauty. Okay.
And, and it's stuff that other people like us like. And so if we can continue to kind of use that, maybe there's another us, right? Like someone else.
Yep.
Who has a different perspective on different lines. But it's all under that, but we would have like a legit warehouse, probably a staff.
Yeah.
Probably 10 to 20 folks. I think it'd be really cool if we could support folks, support people with wages and stuff.
Yep.
In year 5, and that helps us to have the lives that we want to have, which is
not work a freaking regular job for other people.
Yeah, we don't have to work for other people. We get to work for our customers.
Yep.
And create kick-ass products that people want to use. That's what I think in 5 years. What do you think?
Yeah, I kind of see the same thing. I see a warehouse, shipping central / storefront here locally.
Yeah.
Employees, people that can provide a living wage for.
Yep.
And that they enjoy, for whom they enjoy working for. I see more clothing. Options.
Sure.
That we actually designed and had made for us. I see. I like the idea of doing like some customer type contests and fly people out, and would go somewhere cool in Utah to have them experience.
Oh yeah, hey, go with us and do this?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Enter to win this, and we'll fly you out and we'll go.
Yeah.
I see me not having to edit videos anymore.
That'd be cool. Because you're really slow at it. I mean, you're really good at it.
I see like within the company, I'm still hands-on with product creation and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But taking a step back from other things and more defined roles between me, you, Michael, and Tim, who
Yeah.
can now do this
Yeah.
full time if they choose to.
Yeah.
I see. I like to see us as the preferred brand for independently owned barbershops.
Yeah.
That we do something with, because that's just going to continue to grow.
Yeah.
Barbershops and stuff, and so I want to be the preferred brand, whatever that looks like, helping people get going or whatever.
Yeah, we got a couple ideas going there that I don't think any of them are solid enough to be like, hey, we should do that.
Yeah, I agree.
But-
I see us being the leader and big proponent of using safe ingredients. What do you mean by that is some of the bigger brands use these microplastics that never biodegrade, and I want to see those go by the wayside. That shouldn't be allowed in the water system. I'd like to see us take the lead in promoting that kind of stuff. And I see, yeah, that's the crazy thing, man. I think if you would have asked me 5 years ago where I see myself, man, I wish I could have got that on camera and see what I would have said, because I don't know if it would be.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to say like exactly. I mean, obviously, it's hard to say what will happen or what could happen, because it depends on a lot of different things.
Yeah. But I think, here's what I think. Whatever happens, I hope that we always focus on what does the customer want. Because that could change, who knows?
Yeah.
But the customer experience. I think if you put that first, make decisions around that as opposed to just pure profit motive. Not that there's anything wrong with making
To me
profit,
that goes, and maybe other people would say that I'm wrong, but to me that goes hand in hand with brand.
Yeah.
Like maintain the brand.
Yeah.
Which is what we currently have, just at a larger scale.
Yeah, exactly.
It gets difficult when you get more people involved, because you got other personalities, but.
True, that's true. But I think like it can be done. Did you ever read it's Delivering Happiness, I think is what it's called, by Tony Hsieh, I think you should say his name. He's the guy that founded Zappos and then sold it to Amazon. Like, very similar to how Innovate hooked me up when my shoes broke and they sent me a bunch of free stuff.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Like, if you read that book, they well, first of all, Tony founded it. It was, I don't remember how many millions it was worth when he sold it. But he had an office. His desk was out with everybody else. And basically the culture he built was that you do anything to satisfy the customer, if I remember correctly. Like, for example, there was multiple examples of, like, the people that work the phones and take the orders going hand delivering product for one reason or another, or just going above and beyond. Like, I remember there's one story I read about how there was a lady that, like, ordered some shoes and like it was the wrong pair, and she had this like huge meeting or something that she was getting ready to go to, and like she was frantic, and so it was either the lady that worked at Zappos or she knew somebody in Vegas she was either in Vegas or knew somebody was in Vegas, and literally took the shoes that lady needs and hand delivered it to her. Like that's cool.
Yeah.
To allow your employees to do what it takes to like make the customer happy. Like that's what I want. I want every customer to be satisfied.
Yeah.
Fight for every customer. And I just like ask her on the next one. Oh man, I want to fight for every customer. Because like what Innovate did with me, right? How many times do you know how many times people I've told that story to and touted them to people about when they buy in shoes, man, you should get Innovate just because of what they did. Like that's how you create loyalty and how people spread the word. You take care of your customers, they'll advertise for you for free.
That's why I'm wearing a pair right now.
Yeah, exactly. Look, oh man, that was a good shot. I can't see, but I bet you that's cool looking.
Probably catch a still. See, now it's getting hot.
Oh yeah, man, I know. As soon as that sun comes out, man. How are we doing on time? All right.
What do you what?
Pick up. It's 10 to.
We're gonna die now.
It's 10 to 3, so I figured we'll pick up the pace a little bit. That's the thing, man. That's another challenging part. That there's a lot of challenging things about starting and running a business, but finding balance with spouses and kids and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's easy to make an excuse that you're working on something or whatever.
Well, you kind of either need, like if you have a great idea, you kind of either need to build it organic and slow or get a bunch of money.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people, very generally use that term, people who will offer you money.
Yep.
But it comes at a heavy price tag.
Yep.
But I think
man, there was a time when starting something in your garage was not as rare as it is now. You know, Apple started in the garage. There's never going to be another computer company that does that again. Like my brother that works for that company that manufactures, you know, supplements and stuff for other people. He was telling the sales guys about, like some of them use our products. He was telling about me, and they're like, man, there are so many big supplement companies that started in a garage. He's like, their takeaway was like, that's how you do it, and basically tell them to keep it up, because that's what a lot of these bigger companies did. They started making bottling their own supplements, themselves, and then selling it. And so if you got a good product and you stay with it, people will find you. If you have clever marketing, you can get anybody to buy it once, but if your product sucks, they're not coming back.
Yeah, that's very true. We hear that a lot with a lot of the marketing people that we've been talking to. It's like, yeah, you can sling something and push volume, but if it's not a good product, it'll die. It'll die on the vine. Ultimately, and to use a very awesome, overused, cliche word, at the end of the day, I like using our stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I would continue to use it. And I would buy it.
Totally agree. Yeah.
I think a lot of people will be the same. I know a lot of people are the same right now. Whoa! Are the same right now. It's just a lot of people don't know about it.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. Like as we, looking ahead over the coming days and weeks as we start to run ads and stuff. Man, running ads when not only that you got a good customer base, but you worked all the kinks out. Like, can you imagine running ads early on when
Just
I
nothing.
couldn't figure out why it would get grainy on occasion or why?
Oh yeah.
Or
not having any of that stuff figured
didn't have,
out.
yeah, didn't have stuff scaled right or whatever, or I didn't get the feedback on sense and just picked something that I thought was good.
Yeah.
Like, man, that would have sucked. Like, I'm glad we got the kinks worked out and scaled it and got it based. And then you run ads, because then I know that I'm not worried about if it's going to show up and be crap.
Yeah.
Got the kinks worked out long ago. But the recipe's perfected.
Yeah.
Not only that, but doing it sort of organically the way that we did. Like, I try to use local companies,
Oh yeah. for
local
sure.
companies to buy my containers that I use, local companies for marketing or SEO or website help or whatever, like everything, like try to use local people. In the beginning, I probably wouldn't have done that. I would have just Googled and found somebody or something,
Yeah. Like I mean, even if you got a whole mess of money, you're still gonna try and be budget conscious, but
Sure. But if you can be budget conscious,
you might be too budget conscious and use. I don't know.
Yeah.
We like local stuff.
yeah, man,
if we
you
can,
can support. I mean, I love when people support us as a local business.
Yeah.
Everybody, or in my opinion, I believe that.
Not that we don't
More
like
people
sending
should
stuff
be
out
more-
of the country.
Right.
Well, here's kind of how I think. Like, in a way, because there's this point where you become not local, right? Because you can like stay local, whatever local, but if you're really gonna sell it, there's a point where you kind of become not local, right?
Yeah.
You're a brand from Utah or whatever.
Yeah.
But what I think of is if we get to a point where we start selling a bunch and we sell a bunch in certain areas, then we start putting stuff in place in those areas.
Yeah.
So we then become local to that area.
Yep. Yep. Like we talked about with barbershops. The barbershop is local. We'll
That's a
support
really easy way to do that. To support local business, even maybe if it's in Kansas or whatever, is to say, hey, we support the crap out of these local barbershops, and that's. I mean, I think our take on how we work at those barbershops is maybe not like 100% unique and like flashy, but it's definitely supportive of building their business while it builds ours.
Yep.
A lot of the barbers that we have talked to, have said, hey, we want you to sell our stuff at this price, right?
Yep.
We sell it for 20 on our website. We want you to sell it for 25. Well, we're the opposite. We say, hey, we'll sell you our stuff, and we want you to sell it at or below, so they can come to you and get it cheaper.
Yep.
Build your business.
Yep.
And soon we'll be in every Walmart.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Man, that's what's funny is how many times I get it's suggested to me that, hey man, you should sell yourself on Amazon. Hey man, you should sell yourself at this store or that store, and it's like, man, got no idea.
I don't know. Here's what I think about that, right? Like, you go to a place like that because you're there and it's convenient, right? But these days, it's how things ship, and like we stay focused on making it as convenient as possible to order direct from us and affordable. You don't need to get it there.
Yeah. I don't know if you heard, but Jeff Bezos has got enough money.
He's pretty good.
Yeah.
Or Sam Walton, or is that guy still alive?
Dude, not only that, but when I looked into that, I think I told you, briefly looked into selling on Amazon.
Yeah.
Bro, they take so much. Like, I don't even know how you're supposed to survive selling crap on Amazon. They take so much off the top. So not only is it just not where I want Kühn products to be, but man, I don't know how you'd even be profitable selling crap on there.
People find a way.
Yeah.
It's just not where we want to live.
No.
We're going to become the Amazon of bearded products.
Yeah.
Just kidding, we don't want to do that.
Hell no.
Sounds like a hassle.
Man, coming down is so much easier.
It's weird. It's weird how that happens.
I can't wait to watch this back as I try to edit it and just hear my...
Well, it depends on where you strategically place the mic, you know? If it's right under your mouth, I think you're going to get...
Yeah, it's definitely right under my mouth. We're going to get a lot of
And the
that.
only reason I put it on my hat is because I saw other very young influencers put it on their hat.
Yeah. Too bad I can't wear hats.
That's true.
I wish I had a more
Ah!
dainty sized head. All right, I'm gonna fall. We're gonna stop it. And we're done. Man, it's been a while since I got up there. I'm tired. Anyway, that's the hike, man. That's Bair Canyon. Love it. That area is freaking cool. We'll go up there again, I'm sure, in springtime or summertime, because it's incredible how, like a lot of things, I guess, how much it transforms in the wintertime to the spring and summer. So I want to go up there again so you can kind of see how different it looks. All right, that's it for me. I'm out. See you soon.